Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play EVE Online. We're going to turn in this distribution mission here, and... Right, I already have that set. And we're going to fly back to our station. I flew that over here in the Meganate, which is this beautiful little ship. We're now going to get undocked, fly back, and we should now be able to activate some modules I bought for our Tormentor. Our Tormentor has been fully fit up for doing the combat missions now, which we will work on doing. I'll be doing the mining and business agents off screen on my own time, like the industry and business, because they're just a lot of sitting and blapping asteroids or flying things around. Not really that entertaining. Let's just minimize that. And we fly all the way back, which will probably be a fairly long distance. Oh, there's actually 3 signatures in this system, and 7 people in local. There might actually be a good chance we could get something in Yule here. These are all likely wormholes, though. In HiSec, you are incredibly likely to find stuff called signatures called wormholes. We'll get to those eventually, but let's just say they're not exactly something you'll want to be finding in the state we're in. We can't even fit a cloaking device on our ship, so we would just be dead meat entering a wormhole.
Warp drive active.
It's nice to admire the scenery. Oh, there's 4 signatures at the very least in this system. 4 signatures and a combat site. When we get back to station, we'll probably finish onlining modules on the Tormentor. Oh, there's actually someone in a Paladin. That is a nice ship. They're doing missions nearby. I am a bit envious of them. My main character used to fly a Paladin. I say used to because it's exploded now. It's a very gorgeous ship. It's basically a space Tommy gun, but more accurate. Yeah, this is a fairly long trek. This is why I'm not doing those agents on screen. These other 2 agents. I'm only going to be doing combat, because this is just... I can't imagine this is too engaging to watch. Purely because, well, it doesn't really feel that engaging to me to even play. It's one of the few small problems I have with EVE. We could very well, as we're going back, be scanning down all of these sites. Looking at it, we might actually come back to this one. Oh no, this is Shevin. Okay, we wouldn't really want to be scanning these down. There's asteroid belt remnants. A lot of these drone sites might be worth doing. Shaven is a newbie system, I believe. So.
Warp drive active.
Off to Dipari. And that is where we are going. Away! And there's citadels all over the place here. You'll run into that a lot. Once citadels became a thing, they began showing up everywhere. Purely because everyone wanted one. Now, you've probably by now noticed in the description our list of
active.
things that we're going to be working on. We're going to be continuing to work on the agents, the career agents. You note, 2 of the goals I have set for myself are to get a limited edition destroyer and battlecruiser. That is purely because we can fly both of them really well without much training.
Docking permission requested. Docking request.
We could, if we had the ISK, actually be flying the battlecruiser right now, even though we don't have destroyer or cruiser trained, because of just the nature of it. Now we need the Tormentor. Note I have it fitted up with guns. And it has a few offline modules on it. We can online them now, because of some training I've done. These are cap rechargers. Notice the ship is already stable on standard. It's now really stable on standard. And stable on multi-frequency. This will be our combat mission ship for a while. We're getting 103 HP per 5.1 seconds. So basically about a fifth of our armor every 5 seconds will be repaired. We'll be fighting mostly enemies that'll be dealing EM and thermal damage. So we're fairly set to go and start doing some combat missions. And we never have to worry about these crystals wearing out, because they won't. They're a one-time purchase. So let us now continue with military. Get granted the civilian EM ward. We're not going to need it, though. Let's accept this mission, and then go murder some stuff. Undocking usually takes a while. Warp to location.
Drive active.
We might as well turn our armor rep on now. Might seem pointless, but an armor repairer gives you the armor at the end of its cycle. So you'll note it goes round. We don't get the armor till it finishes. With a shield booster, you get it at the very start. Effectively, once the rep is going, there's no difference, but yeah. Where do you see your privateer? Here's this ordeal. If you can find recruits, so you can get credit. Yes, you guess. Sorry, just join our cause. Yeah, I don't think so. And let's remove that from our overview. Let's shoot him. Bam. Bam. Can we kill him? Yes. We have killed him. There's nothing of note in his wreck. So let's return to station.
Warp drive active.
It's just a bunch of Veldspar asteroids around. Not really worth anything. I'm actually going to make a modification to this tab. Remove that. And that. That from the Jita tab. Along with mobile depots. Oh lord, yes, mobile depots need to go away. I will show off Jita eventually.
Docking request accepted.
My ultimate goal will be to, with missions, which will be something we'll be doing later, is to be doing every Amarian mission. So the Caldari will be one of our allies. Let's grab a new mission. Oh, we'll be getting a limited ocular filter implant. And a bit of ISK for doing this mission. Where the devout outpost. You'll find it in the final room of the complex. Okay. One thing about these career agents, if you've skipped over them and just went into level 1 agents, one thing you'll realize, these guys pay out a lot better than level 1 missions will. Level 1 missions are virtually a waste of your time. They have really low payout, are actually harder than these missions, and don't give a whole lot of standing. If you absolutely have to grind through them, as I surmise we might have to, being an alpha, it's best that we do distribution missions, which basically allow us to just ship things around, and we gain standings faster. But when we get to that, I will show that off. For now, we are just going to keep flying our little Tormentor. Now, we have multiple targets here, all at reasonable range. Let's ungroup our weapons. Fit up our radio crystals as much as we could probably use standard. But a few of them are decently far away. And split our fire. We may as well do it this way. We could focus on one target at a time, but where's the fun in that? We're just gonna basically sit here and fire at them. These NPCs don't really stand a chance. I'm just gonna lock up this fourth one. I'm not used to being able to lock up this many targets from an alpha clone. Because I've played with an alpha clone before. My other one is a Mimitar pilot, and they can only lock up 2 targets at once. Let's actually switch over to standard crystals just to get a bit more damage. Put all 3 on him. We could actually be using our multi-frequency. Seeing that, I'm actually going to group the weapons up, because there are a lot of them here. So let's just start flapping away at them. They really don't stand a chance. As I've mentioned, I kind of feel bad. You'll also notice we're using... Actually, I think these are just basic things. I forget. I think this is a meta-leveled laser. I forget. I just bought this stuff earlier. I should remember. Items in EVE have meta levels, which will determine their effectiveness. I believe these are a meta level beam laser, which makes them more effective than just the Tech 1 or Meta 0. I'm actually going to see... Attributes... Meta level 2, yes. So these are superior to the base laser. We're not going to come loot these wrecks, because why wouldn't we? Right there is a meta afterburner, that's rather useful to us. Metal scraps, it's ISK. Metal scraps, again it's ISK. I didn't get to pick them up in time. And in this last one, we get a Hobgoblin 1. We actually can use that now. I'm actually training up Light Drone Operation 3 now, which will increase the damage of our light drones by a total of 15% in the end. At level 3 anyway. We'll have 15% more damage. Now we have to destroy this hideout. Switch over to multi-frequency and open fire. We could run, or we can stay and destroy these. If you do, destroy the sentry guns first. They hit the hardest. As you might be able to tell with the damage numbers, they're hitting for about 50 damage apiece. Our shields are actually getting kind of low. One down. If we were moving, we'd be mitigating the damage, but we don't need to move. Now let's just open fire on this one. Yes, its shields went away instantly, and actually let's just start looting. Our armor is fine. Here we get a bit of just random loot. I love the music in this game. And how could you not like this music? Now let's dock up. There's our little armor repair, kept our armor full. We did take a bit of armor damage, but not enough to really matter. You will note we are down to like 800,000 ISK again. Yeah, I spent a lot of ISK on this frigate. Probably shouldn't have. At least we have one drone now.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
The Hobgoblin is the Galante drone, but we can use it still. I'm actually going to throw it right into our drone bay. There's that. We now have that implant, which we might be able to plug in right away. Yes, we can. That gives us one more to perception, which are in here. These help us train skills. We can remap them to other layouts to train skills faster, or leave them at base. I prefer just leaving them at base, but I'm lazy. Now, another thing I'm going to do quickly, because we just got a meta afterburner. This one pushes us to 805 with it on. We take that off. Fit that one on. 842. We'll move faster, and it takes up about the same amount of capacitor. There is actually a version that uses less capacitor and gives you the same speed, but takes more fitting space. So it's a bit of a trade-off sometimes. Now let's request another mission. We'll be getting a small armor repair 1 for this. We don't really need it, but it's nice that this exists. Destroy the pirates. Okay. That armor repair will give us another armor repair to use with another ship, so can't overly complain about that. Warp to location, turn our armor repair on now. Just gonna move that down there. I prefer having all my passive modules just on the bottom, out of the way. Minimize that. Notice we now have this extra little window of drones. Guns in bay. Which we can actually move those to the group of Goblin. Yeah, that's spelling. And now that we're here, we can launch our little drone. He's now in space. He's orbiting around us here. And if we fire, we can't hit that one out there ourselves. But the little Hobgoblin can. He'll fly over and attack it. Now, our little Hobgoblin can be attacked himself. And it would be really sad if we lost him. But I'm gonna keep using him for fighting anyway, because why not? We can just buy a new one. Okay, we can only target 4 things at a time. Fair enough. He will pick new targets on his own. I believe he is set to aggressive. Yep. We'll set it to focus fire as much as there's only one of them. That will try and keep your drones shooting at the same target. Doesn't always work. Note, you'll note I'm stopping the cycle of my lasers early. That is, well, I'll show here. If you don't, once this one dies, you'll notice it goes around and then starts again slightly. It's sometimes a lot more prominent. Sometimes it'll stop right, sometimes it won't. It's a little buggy, it's just better to stop it yourself. That way you're sure it ends when it's supposed to. There's all those ships destroyed. We put our little Hobgoblin buddy back in our drone bay. And let's fly over to this wreck and start looting the field. We could be salvaging once again, but it's not really worth it at these ship sizes. There's another small armor rep. That actually, I think, is... yeah, the same one I'm using. Which is the Meta 3. There's another micro-frequency crystal. Where we're fighting energy turret-wielding enemies, we'll be finding energy crystals. And a small capacitor transfer. Those are useful for logistics ships. Really any ship, but it's most beneficial on logistics. The best way to think of logistics are the clerics of the fleet. There's another crystal, and yeah, metal scraps. There, Isk. You'll probably hear me say that about a lot of things. It's Isk. Because a lot of stuff we're not going to be able to do much with, but people will pay us for, like metal scraps. We can get 1040 Isk per unit of metal scraps, so it will add up eventually.
Docking permission requested. Docking request
See about
accepted.
splitting off, well, putting one of these radio crystals in the item hanger here, because we don't need all 4, we can only use 3. Put the micro-frequency crystal over, that over, that over. Complete the mission, and we're back over 1 million Isk again. Quest a new mission. Ooh, we'll actually get 2 overdrive injectors. Right, the hotel your agent mentioned retrieve the VIPs. If something is amiss, report back to the agent with details. Okay, we're not going to be using the overdrive injectors when we do get them, but they'll be nice to have. They increase your ship's base speed. We're actually almost done with this agent. I know we're at 21 minutes, but I'm going to keep going for these last 2 missions. I really hope you guys don't mind. But we might as well finish up this basic military agent today, instead of waiting until tomorrow. We should approach it. Most likely people who rejected through an airlock. Yeah. Don't really need that, we can see it. It's also a benefit of the All tab, is we could find it. Boop. He wants us to come back because of these guys. I actually wonder, whoa! That hurts. Something just hurt. Really don't know what, but something just hurt. I'm gonna see if we can actually get something out of Omar's stop here. It might drop a container. It did. Let us loot this container. Boom! The explosion effects are just nice. Oh, exotic dancers. My. They fetch a fair price. That was very worth doing. I wonder if we can destroy the security tower too. Let's actually just approach this diviner. We should orbit him, but he's not going to be able to really hurt us enough for it to matter. So we might as well just approach him. And we just go getting some bounty payouts. Let's orbit this one. Just as I got done saying, it won't really matter. Oh, there's one wreck with loot in it so far. Roughly 202,000 ISK off of them guys. It's pretty nice. This is the problem with beams. I'm actually too close to this guy now. Too close and moving too fast. There we go. Now let's loot this wreck. See what we can get. Let's switch over to radio crystals. We can destroy the security tower, so let's actually see if there's something in that too. Might be. Depending on how long this takes, we might not do it. Doesn't look like it's going to take too long to destroy. I mean, we've basically already depleted its armor. There goes its armor. Now, I'm going to see... logs and messages. Oh, Omar's stop hit us twice. Okay. Yeah, that thing deserved to blow up. That was a lot of damage. Oh, right here's a small focused pulse laser. We just made a fair little bit of ISK. This, I actually believe, is the Meta 4 pulse laser. Which is pretty good. We might sell it, or we might hang on to it to try and fit it onto one of our ships later on.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
If we were still in that rookie ship, we probably wouldn't be existing anymore. Complete mission, and let's request our second to last mission. We get a stasis webfire this time. We have to destroy a narcotics warehouse. Fair enough. This episode is going to run a little long. I severely apologize for that. Well, sincerely. I just want to get this finished.
Warp drive.
And then I'm going to get started on the next agent for the next episode. And with that, when we finish that next agent, I will be considering the career agents complete, because those will be the ones we'll be doing on screen. Done. Alright, an acceleration gate we have to approach. And 3 ships that really didn't get the memo that they look much better as scrap. Should probably launch our drone, but... yeah, let's launch the drone. Go get him, little guy. Yeah, let's fly over to them. We are a frigate. Speed is our game. Plus, we'll want to loot the wrecks anyway, so... And all 3 of them actually dropped things. All of them are dropping things. This is nice. I had to mention it. Even if it is just metal scraps, any loot is still good. Right, our drone control range isn't that far. It's only 25 kilometers. Well, I'm back, little guy. That's partially why I didn't really want to launch him. We can't really do much with him. And a few metal scraps. Just kind of hoping there might be something of some value in one of these. At the very least, we can cover distance pretty quickly, because once again, we are in a frigate. Speed is what we do. Just trying to keep an eye on time. I might actually do the final mission next time. As much as I really didn't want to have to. This is running really long because I took so long shooting at those other structures and looting things. Oh, an infrared crystal. Infrared isn't terrible.
Warp drive active.
We'll load up multi-frequency. Oh, we could actually use our standard here. Launch our little hobgoblin friend. And then open fire. Let him go after that one while we shoot this one. Get him, little buddy! You didn't kill him fast enough. I had to do it for you. Let's just start looting these now. Sick our drone on that one. We actually don't have the range with standard to hit. You know, it's right there. It kind of derped. I just destroyed the one that sent the drone after. I am kind to our drone-based friend. I let him get a kill. Believe that. Oh, there's actually 3 more. Well then. You guys just really want to explode. Put our drone friend on him, and then blow up the other rookie ourselves. We could probably just not loot these rookies. Yeah, let's just not. They don't really drop anything of value. Anyone else? Nope. Narcotics warehouse. There it is. Let's open fire on it. Actually, let's not have our drone do that. It might be his doom if we have him attack that, because this might explode. Much like that other thing did. Let's leave this for right here. Oh, landing laser. Go, and there's a container. We might as well go loot the container at the very least. Containers from missions will usually have something of value inside of them. We get some Mind Flood, which is a drug. Well, we're close to this. Let's open it. It's metal scraps. Let's go dock. 32 minutes is a little long. I might see if there's any time I can actually cut out of this, like possibly just parts of our trip back from where I started this episode, just to maybe try and cut this down a little. Yeah. This is 32 minutes of recording right now.
Docking permission requested.
So let us get docked, turn in a mission.
Accepted.
We are, and with that, I thank you all very much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time for more Let's Play EVE Online. See you all then.